Must be nice that you can do that. Good for you.
Yeah.
What? Who the fuck? What are you on about? Man, wait! Stop acting like recording all this is like such a fucking long day at work. It's not.
Oh, well, you're the one who's saying, "Oh, I just get to relax." It's like, "Oh, that's good for you. Why don't you sit back and relax while I say everything?" That must be nice. That must be nice for you.
The fucking I was gonna say Jerseyan, but you know what?
Yeah. It must be nice to just get into record and then say, "Oh, I'm just gonna relax this episode." Oh, well, where do you think all the other entertainment's gonna come from? The other 3 people that have to pick it up for your lazy British ass.
Me?
This is why you lost the war.
Are you using me as a euphemism right now?
The real pink boy.
I'm a human being. Thank you very much.
That has remained to be seen. So.
All right.
Oh,
You know what, Moya? I don't think you're the backbone of this podcast.
All right. Listen, I think I'll hold that one in.
I'm not about to play Sonic the Hedgehog. Fuck you.
I'm gonna hold that one in until I see you in person. I'll remember that one. I'll show you a fucking broken backbone after that one.
Oh yeah?
I'm gonna blow your back out, Ari, when I see you.
Great supine protoplasmic invertebrate jelly.
Fucking
what is that from again? I forget.
Boris Johnson.
Boris Johnson. Yeah.
That's what he says. All right. Well, that was a very authentic intro to the
very
Pink Boys podcast. I like that we were arguing.
Like GRE. It's like they start the podcast before they even know it started. You know.
Okay. Glad
Jamie,
we can talk
stop
about
sucking
that.
my penis.
Is that what they do? Okay.
Jamie, bring up that BBC porn.
That's
Jamie,
great.
I like it when you do that, Jamie.
All right. That's all out of the system now, and here we are. So obviously, thanks for joining us on the Pink Boys podcast, and we're coming off of an exhilarating Halloween episode that I think everyone should go back and listen to because there are some phenomenal stories in there, and it's just the perfect amount of people telling them. 3 great contributors to this podcast telling 3 great stories.
An impeccable production once again.
Yeah. And then also the 4th guy, UAV airstrike incoming. UAV's inbound.
Today we've got a guest, actually.
For those who don't know, I'm joking because while we were recording last week, Adam, our Australian, we saw him get on Modern Warfare 2 while we were recording. So that was good.
To be fair to him, this time round I was almost doing the same thing.
Go ahead,
Let's
Adam.
have another perspective to this. Let's flip the camera.
Okay.
So maybe 10 days ago, we're like, oh, we're recording our Halloween special.
All right. I don't want to hear this. Come on, let's move on to the next subject.
Let's talk about politics, guys. Come on.
I don't want to hear about this fucking podcast you guys talk about all the time.
And I was like, yes, I'll be there. And then Ari's like, oh, actually, I need to go, fucking read the stars with my waifu or something. And so they were like, okay, we won't do the podcast, that podcast until everyone's available. Cool. And then so randomly, a few days later, while I'm sleeping, they decide to, within about a 30-minute window, organize and start the podcast. And they start recording, and I don't know this because I'm asleep. And so I wake up that day, and I'm like, you know what? It'd be a really good time to play some Modern Warfare 2, because that's a fucking fun game. And they're recording.
You were on for like 10 minutes, but keep going.
I'm hearing pages.
Hear my pen? I've taken notes. And so all I'm saying is, if you receive a suspicious package in the mail that has some dust inside of it, just open it. Open it. Yeah, open it. Yeah, breathe it in.
Just breathe it in. Breathe it in.
The essence of Australia.
Yeah. The springs of Australia. Is that what we're calling it? So, well, Adam. Yes. It's great. It is something to have you back here. So
thanks, man.
We're fortunate, but we got the full crew.
He's a good kid. Adam's a good kid. He's funny.
Yeah, he doesn't disappear for 6 weeks at a time, and he just disappears.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how you say things like, I mean, Tyson lies about his dinner, no one bats an eye. I just all I did was do a magic trick, and
everybody goes crazy.
Well, I've been hearing some really interesting things about Tyson lately that I will leave alone for off the air.
Let's relax a bit, okay?
I'm not gonna. You're the one who started reacting. You don't even know what I'm talking about. You just you didn't even. But I won't say it.
I think he knows exactly what you're talking about. Actually,
I'll let it go. In fact, you know what? I'll turn the table right now. Tyson, you can control the floor. Tyson, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. You know, portfolio wise, not so much, but. Yeah, life is okay. Yeah. How about you guys?
I was supposed to go to the US on exchange, but I had to pull out because it was going to cost too much money. That's depressing. Yeah, I did.
So you just lied to us as well.
Did he pull out the same way Tyson did?
Yeah.
I thought that's a shame. We don't get to go to Guadalajara and get prostitutes and jerk off goats. That's a shame.
It was going to cost fucking 30 grand. And I was like, no, I can't. I'm not doing that. No, for 6 months.
A year?
To go to the greatest country on earth. Yeah, I gotcha.
Which country is that again, sorry?
The United States of Southern New Jersey.
Okay.
How are you doing?
The United States of Kensington.
Doing alright at the moment, actually. I'm not too bad, yeah. Just started playing Sonic Frontiers. It came out today. Sonic Bros are eating good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching you play. It wasn't that bad. It was kind of interesting, so better than I thought it would be. I just wanted to say, I don't want to keep the Fright Fest going from last week, but before I went to bed last night, I was listening to a Counter-Strike podcast, and I paused it, or stopped it, or shut it off, and went to bed around 11 or 12, and then that video decided to start playing on its own at 6:30 a.m. this morning, and it woke me up. So I don't know why my phone decided to play a YouTube video that I shut off 8 hours later on its own when I didn't touch it one time. And I wasn't wearing my Apple Watch either. So
not the Apple Watch.
I thought that was a little creepy. Creepy.
You know how people sleepwalk? Maybe you were like sleep listening to your podcast.
No, it started at the exact spot I shut it off on the night before. So.
I think Mo is onto something. I think there's something kind of spooky about YouTube. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I'll listen to a podcast on YouTube as I fall asleep. And the way, like, YouTube has, like, the autoplay thing, right? So it'll play something similar. So I'd start off by listening to some podcast about, I don't know, anything. Philosophy, I don't know, whatever the fuck. And I'd wake up the next day, and in my ears would be, like, something like the sounds of Saturn with reverb.
Well, that sounds like something catered particular. That's an I algorithm if I ever heard one.
It's funny because the same thing happened to me.
Algorithm.
The same thing happened to me, except I'll wake up and it's like I'll look at my watch history and it's like 30 like Bollywood music videos.
I thought it was be like top 5 most underused Subway sandwich combinations.
It's like how to survive in high school without getting bullied.
I wasn't bullied in high school.
I didn't think you got what I meant, but okay.
Yeah, actually, that one kind of flew over me too. But I'll let that one rewind on the listen again once over, and maybe I'll get it. So
it's relevant in the moment right now. So.
Oh, okay. You know, there was something that happened in an episode. It was about 3 episodes ago. I was describing an M. Night Shyamalan movie coming out, and I said it's about 2 gay guys and a daughter, and their like Asian daughter, and then I was about to say something else, and Adam goes, "So the Modern American Family." It's really funny, and I didn't hear him say it when we were recording, and then when I re-listened to it, I was like, "Damn, I wish I heard that because I would have stopped and laughed because that was really like his timing was really good too." So, but all right, well,
did you say that
I'm glad everyone's here, and I'm glad everyone's doing all right.
Did I actually?
Yeah, you did. Adam did. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, yeah, so it sounds like it's, and then you just went the Modern American Family.
You know, Moya, you strike me as a Family Guy viewer.
Like the show Family Guy?
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. When I was in London, there was for some reason Family Guy was on at like just the right time at night, and I'd watch 2 episodes, and I was on vacation, so I'm like, I'm shutting my brain off, and I'm just gonna let Family Guy roll. And you know what? I loved it.
The show so funny, right?
I'm not sure at what season it stopped being funny, but I watched some seasons probably in the last 5 or 6 years. There was still some funny stuff in there. There was still absolutely some funny stuff in there. So,
oh wait, Moya, I heard in London you finally experienced Mr. Bean for the first time.
You'd never seen Mr. Bean.
It's good as fuck, isn't it?
Not particularly. I think I might have watched it when I was younger before and not remembered it, but it was he was trying to get fired. He got fired from this position, and then like the higher ups were like, "Never fire that man. He's been here from the beginning." And they're like, "Oh, they can't fire him." And he comes into this situation. It's just so like blowing his nose with snot everywhere and just being obnoxious. I was like, "What is this?"
Wait, was this a movie or was this the show?
The Mr. Bean movie. I think I remember that.
Oh, the American one.
No, the
I'm
one
not
before
sure.
Well, there are Americans in it, Moya.
Oh, I can't remember. I was in an EU state of mind, so I wasn't paying attention to American stuff.
It's high tier Kino, though, isn't it?
I wouldn't say that.
You agree? Okay, nice. So moving on.
But look, you know what thing I will not let go is I don't think, and maybe because of my age or I'd never gave it the proper chance or my parents didn't really watch it, but I don't think Simpsons is funny in most instances, especially like, has it been funny in the last 15 years? Like that show's not funny, right?
No, the real Matt Groening Kino was always Futurama.
Oh, I don't know.
It always will be.
I don't know.
That doesn't make me laugh either, though.
No, Futurama's like a chortle funny. It's like, huh, like that. That's a
like
smart,
Fry.
funny little thing there. You know,
it's like wholesome funny, but I don't think I've ever laughed at a fucking Simpsons.
It's not dumb enough. It's not dumb enough. Yeah. You've never laughed at
I've got good memories of Futurama. That's probably why. Like,
because it's a good show, but it's definitely not a dumb funny show. Like Family Guy is dumb funny show, you know. So, but I'm an American Dad guy too. I think that show's funny as well. I've watched most of it.
Is that the one with the alien? Is that the one with the alien?
I don't know if you guys watched that.
Dumb.
Yes. Yeah. You remind me of him a little bit, Adam. Yeah.
SpongeBob is
Roger.
probably the best.
Nothing beats like Golden Age South Park. Holy shit, that was so good.
Nah, I was never into South Park at all. It's just too purposefully edgy. It's like talking to Tyson. It's not fun.
Yeah, it's like South Park edgy is the kind of thing that like I couldn't put a finger on it. There's like two types of edgy
I love it,
people.
dude. Me and my
There's
brother
one that
used to
like
watch
tries
it on
and the
our
other
family
one's just
PC.
edgy.
Yeah. Well, I just remember going to when I was at lacrosse practice. A lot of the kids would talk about. They'd be like, "Oh, did you see on South Park like Cartman like farted?" And just like, what do you want me to do with that?
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll just let that one sink in.
I am a multi-talented athlete, so no one knows that about me, but extremely talented athlete. But
who would win in athletics? More in a lacrosse team or me in the rugby team?
Well, looking back, lacrosse is a pretty stupid sport. I don't really think it's a great sport. So rugby might be cooler, except for there's a lot of gay stuff.
Plenty of gay sex.
A lot of gay
You'd fit in. You'd fit in, Tyson.
Cheek to cheek.
yeah, that's what
he knows all about that stuff. Tyson, why don't you tell him that?
All right.
Okay,
yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah. So anyways, I guess I'll just move us along here. I don't know if we'll get to some off-topic things. I guess there's a lot going on, but market-wise, I'm kind of excited to move into this because I feel like we've all been hanging out all day kind of talking about it. I just quit working halfway through the day. I was hanging out in Discord with you guys. So does anyone, before I take a stab at it, which I really don't want to, so I'm hoping that someone knows something, does anyone want to tell me what's going on with FTX, FTT, and
apparently
all that? Yeah, go ahead.
Sam Friedman-Hyde or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Not Hyde.
My bad.
But apparently he's been a complete moron, and he gave out FTT from FTX to like some fucking DeFi protocols, and they're rugging hard as fuck. And because it's rugging, he might, emphasis on the might be insolvent. So yeah.
Did he give them to these protocols to provide liquidity for them?
No, he wanted to make money off it.
Wait, what's the context he gave them?
Okay.
Was he buying like a stake in those protocols or something? Like what the fuck was?
So you know how Moya put some money into Tomb and then like printed money from that. That's literally like what Sam did, except on like a much larger scale.
Why is he so still? Oh my fucking god!
Why? No, he's rugging. He's soft rugging. Like,
well, there was. Well, there was. I guess it's kind of in the similar vein as there was a liquidity interaction between Tomb and MIM or something like that, or MAO. I forget, like some type of stable coin that ended up depegging anyway. So I don't know if he was trying to get involved with some type of like using FTT as a stable coin in other protocols or something. But it sounds like he was just making investments.
Yeah,
with
and
FTT
the interesting thing is that I think I saw this on Twitter, but like a large majority of the protocols the DeFi protocols that he invested in, they were CeFi, so they were centralized DeFi, which means that they weren't on chain. And
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
And there's not like a easy backtrace to his activities.
So he's just throwing them in.
So yeah, this is probably just a soft drug. He's done. He's made it.
No, he's not though.
No, he's probably like a greedy retard, and then just chase the money and all that.
I mean, maybe he got over leveraged, but
how's CZ involved in this?
So CZ and Sam have bad blood because CZ invested 140 million in FTX way back then, and then Sam actually bought CZ back out because he didn't want to be involved with CZ and gave him his money back.
What a cunt.
Just to clarify to people
allowed?
listening that might not
you can't
know.
just say, hey, I'm buying you out. Isn't there like a legal agreement there?
No, I mean, when there's stake in a company, you can buy someone's shares out. I mean, did you ever see the Social Network?
Yeah, CZ came out on top. He invested 140 mil, and Sam bought him back out for 2 point something billion.
Just to be clear, CZ is the owner of Binance, which I'm sure everyone knows that, and Sam Friedman, nope, not Hyde, is the owner of FTX. So these are two giant centralized platforms going at it with each other on a large scale, which is super interesting. I haven't paid it. It really is. It really is.
I'm more surprised by Sam's character than anything. I never thought that he would have been someone to do that kind of shit. But damn.
There are some things about him that may have made me think he would, and I won't expand on those further.
Because I saw him during the 2020 election, and he was sucking up to Washington hard as fuck. So I thought, okay, well he wants to position himself as like the leader that follows all the protocols, and he wants to get in deep with like the regulations and all that. And then he just pulls this shit. Like, all his connections in Washington are dead at this point, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
well, those connections mean nothing because those people barely even know how this stuff works. How can they even protect you meaningfully through legislation? It's the same thing with Ripple having Bill Clinton speak at a Swift thing. What does that do? That doesn't do anything.
If her name's Monica, if her name's Monica,
not Swift,
then
whatever.
Yeah, I'm here.
You know what's funny though? I forget what the Ripple one's called. It's not called Swift, but now ChainLink is basically the new Ripple, just a pointless keynote speakers and bloated HR departments, and
come on, let's not beat a dead horse anymore. These jokes are.
I'll beat you, mate. I'll beat you.
We've gone and
I'll beat a dead Ari.
Yeah,
I'll beat you to death. Yeah,
I wasn't dismissing you, Moya. If you just let me finish, Adam. I'm kidding. Ah!
Okay. Moving on.
Go ahead. Did you have something to say? You have the floor.
Everything's everything.
Let him go, guys. Give him some room. Back off. He's gonna turn into Sonic. You ever see those furry like transformation videos on Twitter? That's I right now. Just back away from me. Turns into a furry. No, go ahead, I. Go ahead. You're doing great. Okay. He's gone cold. The trail's gone cold. So but okay. So CZ bought in for 140 million into Sam's platform, and Sam decided he didn't want to work with him anymore. So
after like two or so years, yeah.
And then CZ's position got bought out for $2 billion.
There's bad blood between them ever since.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. So now, because doing these extracurricular investments on FTT, it spread the reserves of FTX too thin, and now the platform's collapsing.
Like company FTT. to do that. Surely it was. Wait, what?
Yeah, he did.
Are you kidding me? That's probably the first thing he used.
Okay, this is why we need somewhat regulation in crypto, because that's fucking insane.
What? No! No! No, FTX is like the face of like regulation in crypto, and it's horrible. It's disgusting. We don't need more regulation. We need less. What we need is free liberty.
Amen. Amen.
Kind of, but I think we really need. I think this is an opportunity for crypto as a whole to really push on-chain DeFi. If it really wants DeFi, it needs to push on-chain DeFi.
No.
Because exactly, DYDX, GNS, all of that stuff.
Yeah, at least with on-chain shit, you can see what Sam's doing. You can't fucking... I think CeFi is gonna take a big dump after this, you know.
So yeah, I'm on I's team in the point that I want it to be as deregulated as possible because that's what makes crypto fun. It's the Wild West, and I think
it's not that it just makes it fun. That's the soul of crypto is decentralization. That's the very reason Satoshi came up with it. Once you take that away, all you have is literally just digital penny stocks.
Yep. No, I understand what you're saying.
It's bollocks. Like, yeah, okay, now it's convenient to move between platforms and all that, but if I'm being gang stalked just as much, what the fuck is the point? I'll download Robinhood or Trading 212 and I'll fucking abide by whatever the policeman tells me and whatever license I need to get. What's the fucking point? I don't want to do that. I want to ride my bicycle without any helmet if I want to.
No, I understand that. Yeah, it should be completely up to you, but I want to take your concept a little bit further. So not only should it be deregulated fully, but you should be able to hunt and seek out these people that mismanage their platform.
Exactly. For example, if the US government did something well, you could just like go to the Capitol building.
No. Oh no.
Wait, hold on. It's only November. It's not January yet. We got a few months. Boys.
Here's a compromise. Leave crypto unregulated, but bring back dueling.
No,
so we can do it.
Dude.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards with US dollars.
State, mutual combat laws are legal. Policemen can't intervene if two cunts are fighting to death, as long as they agree in front of the policeman that they're fighting to death. That is... Yeah, look it up.
Are you serious?
Really? I like
Wait,
that.
is that in all states?
But I know one of them is Washington State. Because like that's literally
all right, Tyson, you and me, we're going to this.
That's literally a follow through from
it,
fucking cowboys and dueling laws. Like that is like that's where that's from. So
grandfathered in. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, I think it should be so deregulated that if you engage in it and you mismanage it, then you shouldn't even be tied to protection from federal laws such as getting murdered.
Yep.
So, do you have anyone in particular who you would target?
Why not? No, I never condoned that at any point. I'm just a peace-loving libertarian that thinks everyone should do whatever they want.
Okay, so let's paint a
New Jerseyan.
Yeah, most peaceful.
Those two words. That's an oxymoron, Tyson.
That's the point.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So Moya, let me paint a picture. Right, you're you and Tyson, happily married couple. You know, he comes home. Moya, you cooked dinner, and Tyson, he as it turns out, he had dinner somewhere else. He lied about having dinner. Do you?
Any such
and let's say I don't know, one of you gets angry and you both end up in a self-defense situation. What would
Tyson
you do?
Goes sassy Tyson.
What would I do?
Yeah, you're in a self-defense situation. You're at fear of risking your life. You have to do something.
I'm gonna self-defense Sergei Nazarov. I know it's an old joke, but just we've heard it's a classic. I haven't been
it's
here.
A classic. If Tyson were approaching me, I mean Tyson's a outrageously large figure. I think
nice.
I think I would easily when he goes to grab me, he'll do like some big like Muay Thai kick and then fall out from under his own weight and fall on his back. And that's when I'd sprint for the door.
I'm gonna side with Tyson here. He's not that.
Tyson's not fat. He's just big.
Tyson. No. What?
I'm just big boned.
Listen, Tyson is strong.
Yeah, he's like fucking body mass maxed. You know what I mean? Like it's like perfect.
No, Tyson could do with not having as much Subway. Okay, do you know what it is, right? Tyson carries the blood of conquerors, and he just doesn't want to utilize it.
I know, he needs to lean into the Mongolian thing.
It's a shame, and that's why we bully him.
So how would I do that?
Yeah, ride a horse.
Like,
ride a horse.
And grow my mustache out?
Yes, exactly, Adam. That's what I was going to say. Gain weight, ride a horse, grow better facial hair,
inseminate
and get a cool helmet.
Ever.
I'll tell you what, when I come to Philly, I'll let you have free reign on my beard. All right?
That sounds like he's going to come on it, dude. That sounds like he's going to fucking nut on my beard.
I can so imagine Moya as a hairdresser. Oh my god. I can imagine you as a gay hairdresser. That's
who, me?
Yeah.
I get so many compliments on my hair. I don't even know what to say about it anymore. So and you've seen that in real time, I
have.
But I wouldn't be a hairdresser. I would rather respect the artiste and be the canvas that they paint on.
I mean, if you're gay.
Oh, if.
Absolutely. Hypothetically,
absolutely.
Of course.
But just to fully answer your question, Tyson will go in for a Muay Thai kick. He'll be completely off balance. I'll just poke him with one finger. He'll fall over. Then I'll run away. I'll get a knife. Maybe I'll fall back up.
If you poke him with one finger, your finger's lost.
Yeah, it just gets like the blob in X-Men just folds into his skin.
Oh my fucking god.
I can't. All right, I'll get us back on topic for a second because I actually did think there was an interesting tweet from CZ. It was actually an hour before What were you going to say, Did you have something?
No, don't worry about it. Go on. Sorry.
I am monitoring this situation. That's all I'm saying. I'm watching you both very closely right now. Someone is. Listen,
you know what? There's good people on both sides. Let's just leave it at that.
There's enough. There's a person for each side of the political.
What am I? What?
Yeah.
Who am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
Tyson is in the red square. He's like a Maoist.
Listen, you're overthinking this, man. Let's move along. Moya, please.
Will you shut up, man? It was a Biden moment.
Adam, I was saying you're one of us.
No,
as well,
you said there's like a person here for each square. Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just. But then there's four fucking different quadrants of different political ideologies.
Australians, man.
Yeah, listen, we're getting too choppy here, so let me even us out a little bit, and I'll just say, I saw this tweet about an hour before we get on, and it looks like CZ just completely blowing up FTX's spot.
Yeah, he just dunked on Sam, hard time.
He goes, 2 big lessons. Never use a token you created as collateral, which is funny. And then he says after that, don't borrow if you run a crypto business. Don't use capital efficiency. Have a large reserve. Binance has never used BNB for collateral, and we have never taken on debt.
I believe that.
Wow.
I believe that.
When I read that, I was like, damn, that was kind of sick.
Look, CZ's one of the last real ones in crypto. He didn't give a fuck back in the day, and he still doesn't.
He's the only one that comes after Arthur.
Yeah, he tried to kill Arthur.
Always. But yeah, CZ's definitely
he's never bowed to regulation. He's in Taiwan, isn't he? China or Dubai or where?
He's in Malta.
Sorry.
What's so funny?
What?
Taiwan and China. Anyway,
we don't acknowledge the independence of We don't acknowledge the independence of on this podcast. Thank you very much.
It's the same country. I don't know what the fuck you find funny about that. Like Hong Kong.
Yeah,
it's just a Bing chilling hao.
On a serious note,
I'd like to formally apologize to the CCP.
No, you go like the.
Who did that? Oh, John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
No, but, on a serious note,
Tyson.
I feel like this FTX debacle is going to be fuel for the fire for Washington. Because if you guys remember, a couple weeks or a couple months back, they actually outright banned mixing and Tornado Cash.
What was that?
So
can you give me a quick rundown on what that was again?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
So a couple months back, Washington banned Tornado Cash, which is a platform where you can send your Bitcoin and mix it.
Oh yeah,
so it becomes
yeah,
untraceable.
okay, yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. So they banned it, and if they track anyone that's using it and has like a link to like an American bank account, I think
the IRS just shows up. Hello, boy.
Yeah,
There are so many other ways to like
tell it.
wash your money.
Tell us.
Like
I know, but I'm just saying, like, because they did this Tornado Cash ban, they're probably going to take this FTX debacle, and then use that to enforce even more shit on crypto.
I could believe it.
Yeah,
this is how we keep talking about like how crypto was like the internet and how eventually the internet got tamed. This is if they wanted to.
This
how
is
they
that
would tame
buck breaking crypto.
You know.
Well, that's the thing. The internet's still centralized, kind of, in a way. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, it's entirely centralized.
It's entirely centralized.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. My router doesn't make internet for everyone else. It takes the internet from the centralized source.
Yeah, but
it's in the World Wide Web.
Even that, but like 90%,
the type of networking,
90% of like the web interactions and content comes from like max like 10 websites. You know, like.
I get what you're saying, like,
and then the dark web. No,
I get what you're saying, like, it's fundamentally, yes, it's centralized, but in the sense of like it's a web, it's you can kind of achieve elements of decentralization within that. Like, I'm not sure, kind of like nodes in a network. I'm not sure how to word this.
Oh, you're doing great. Keep going. You're doing great.
All I'm saying is it's like, in some ways, crypto is incompatible with the system we have now. I guess it's kind of what the...
I guess we're trying to force feed a deregulated, decentralized money system into a centralized internet system. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It shouldn't really be an issue because by the nature of like the way crypto works, of like the blockchain, like you shouldn't have to really worry about that because like within the crypto network, you're kind of safe and private or whatever.
Yeah, but that's within crypto though. If they monopolize and control all the off ramps,
that's fine.
Then
exactly.
As a whole is like left in a stranglehold.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's the issue. So it's kind of incompatible in that sense. Every solution is just a roundabout.
Yeah, it's like a band-aid.
It's not really
not permanent.
It's nothing direct. Yeah. It's like I know you joked about the dark web thing. I'm not going to refer to that as that. I'm just going to refer to it as like Tor networking or some alternative internet. And I say the word internet literally.
Literally.
Crypto would work a lot better with something like that.
That's a good point. I mean, that's the origins. It's like Silk Road, you know? It's like that.
Yeah, it's like how in real life, right? It's so much easier to achieve decentralization with like cash and stuff. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Cash comes from a centralized source.
You can be
a literally central.
No, I get that. Okay, no, ignore. Okay. Let's say gold then, for example.
Gold.
Let's make it easier.
Yeah, go back to the gold standard.
A decentralized society with like gold or I don't know what the fuck you want. Bullets, fucking cock rings,
guns and butter.
Cheese,
Let's go.
Swords, I don't know, whatever you want.
Wallace and Gromit.
It's a bit. Jeez, Gromit. Not a gorgonzola.
Because Ari said cheese, and that reminded me of like Wallace going like, some cheese.
I had to write an essay on Wallace and Gromit when I was in year 3 in first school.
You want to talk about Britbon Kino? That's way up there in my book.
Wallace and Gromit
Wallace
and Gromit is surrealism, uncanny valley horror. That's what it is. It's psychological horror. Okay. If you brush the movies aside, Wallace and Gromit are the only two living things in their entire.
And what about the penguin? The penguin,
series.
fucking Feathers McGraw. He's living.
The penguin's barely a living thing. That's a demon. That's a whole demon.
No, it's a demon. You just got BDFO'd, Ari. There's not much you can do about it except going all religious on me.
It's a demon. Do you see what that penguin was trying to fucking do? That was supposed to be a grey alien.
I wasn't ready for the religious apologetics of Wallace and
Gromit,
but I'm here now. Yeah. Yeah. So okay, well, I'll just point out, getting kind of, if you can find your way back to the topic, FTX's token FTT, was that a stable coin or that was just like a BNB type token on the net?
Yeah.
Okay, so that looks like, and I'll just do this for fun. Try and look it up.
Yeah.
What's it called? FTT?
You know what the F, the T, and the T stands for?
Yeah.
I'll message it in the chat.
What?
Fat Tyson trades.
Okay. When I meet up with you guys in America, I'm gonna fucking take a picture with all three of us side by side, so you can see I'm not like fucking fat idiots.
All right. That's
Tyson. I'm joking. I love you, really.
Like, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it the thumbnail. We're gonna make it the thumbnail for the episode, so people can judge for themselves.
Like, I am an actual like skinny cell.
Nah, Ari used to Mew. He
I
still
am a
does,
twink.
actually.
I know the doctor. Let's not get into this.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that one go. So I'm just gonna say, because it took.
Just for the right. I just want to say one thing, because like now that Adam said that, he makes me sound like I'm some kind of cringe looks maxing. I've met the real Dr. Mew in person. Okay. So don't associate me with that fucking online stupid shit, okay?
I have seen you have conversations that honestly make me think otherwise, but that's okay.
Reading 20 books about the shapes of skulls, that kind of thing.
There's someone else on our Discord that I've seen him talk with about this stuff. Someone who may have, whatever.
I used to study. Okay, listen. So this is some old law. used to want to be a doctor.
Wow, where'd those dreams go?
And
yeah,
I switched
with his GPA.
I switched over to. We don't do GPA. We don't do that stuff in the UK. We have. Anyways, the death of America is upon us, and
Inshallah, peace be upon him. Inshallah,
I'm gonna be chilling in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's all right. Everyone loves us, but they can't look away from us. It's just how it goes. More on that later.
I watched The Kingdom of Heaven again recently, and I just can't not.
It's such a good fucking film, isn't it?
It is a great film. It's an incredible film, and I can't not imagine myself just.
Waging a holy war on the Americas?
Yeah. No, that's a dangerous thing for me to say.
Yeah, it is. We say crusade around here. We don't say holy war.
It's not personal. It's not black person. It's
Capitol
person
building.
of color.
Stop.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say something about the four of us, like the three of you against me, but you guys had to just make it something that's 100% going to get us demonetized the moment we get monetized.
You colonized all three of us, actually. So
yeah.
At some point we were all a subsidiary of your glorious empire, but now you're just in shambles with a dead queen and a tiny island.
Yeah,
There's no point to you. Yeah, absolutely.
Who has claim? The Australians, the Americans, the New Zealanders.
Binchaling.
No one has claim. All have claim to the embassy.
Okay.
Did you get the reference? No.
I know that was some Shakespeare.
No, but I'm
or
sure
something.
someone did.
Oh, Tyson, come on! At least you could save me here, no?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're talking about being safe. You just won't stop talking. I've tried to change the subject and bring it back, but you're like, oh my gosh, help me out here. Anyways, random reference that no one will get. Like, what do you want me to do?
It's from Kingdom of Heaven.
It's a 4-hour director's cut movie. Well, whoa. Okay, just to really, really reel it back into financial information and the FTX stuff. FTT token, which is their BNB-like token, has fallen 75% today.
Yep.
It's at $5.59. It was in the $2 range, so maybe there was some opportunity there for a second. So this is in the garbage can. And I'm wondering what's going to happen to this token once, I guess, is CZ buying out FTX? Is Binance buying out FTX?
If CZ buys out FTX, he will use whatever cash he has to make all the FTX users solvent again, but he won't use his cash to save SBF. He's just gonna let him get BTFO'd, so rightfully so.
Just to be clear, SBF is the Sam guy,
Friedman
the owner of FTX. Okay.
Yeah, the one who
yeah.
boxing match, right?
I don't know how the fuck he keeps getting away with it, man.
So this
CZ, I'm coming to kill you.
So CZ's gonna get FTX and then Thanos snap, basically.
That's if he decides to buy FTX, yeah.
I mean, he should and just dance on
Oh,
his
I
grave.
love
I don't see why he wouldn't do
my
that
God.
because it's such a good opportunity. FTX is like a 1/8 of the user base of crypto, I think.
Really?
Is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, I like FTX for withdrawals. It's one of the few websites where I registered and was able to withdraw fiat
it's really
the same
good for that.
day.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
really easy. So,
Despite being 1/8 of crypto, FTX is responsible
And you
for
said
100%
and you
of
said
today's
and you said
crash.
I would get shit if I'm
There you
demonetized,
go.
Ari. Please.
I don't. He didn't say anything out of
Bro,
turn.
I'm speaking
really, at
straight
all.
facts, car.
Yeah, he's speaking
Yeah, it's reading
he's
off the
speaking
FBI crime
fractionally.
statistics.
Okay.
Okay.
I know a
The fuck
dog
is you
whistle when I
talking
hear
about,
one,
bro?
boy.
Okay,
Yeah.
but speaking of crash, can I have a fucking victory lap because I called the precise top of Bitcoin. I said 21.5 and that was the top. It topped out at 21.475.
Yeah. He's right.
Okay, and now what are we at here?
We are at 18.5.
Wow.
We wicked all the way down to
That's really funny.
17K.
Yeah, on BitMEX it went down to 16.8. Sheesh.
Arthur
It
strikes
really makes
again.
one think. So do any of you have any commentary on any ranges that we're in right now, or maybe
Yeah. Who wants to go first?
You go. You're
Ladies
a little
first.
enthusiast. Okay.
Ladies first?
Yeah. So go.
Yeah.
No, I was leaving it to Tyson. He's got the big boobies and everything.
Oh, digging that shiv in tighter. Go ahead, Tyson.
No, it's actually not because of the boobies. It's because women. Never mind.
Go ahead, Tyson. Go ahead.
So we are on support right now. The key levels are 20.1K and 17.9K. Personally, it's a no trade zone for me, but if it goes and reclaims 20.1K, I think we'll probably see 24K again. If we don't reclaim it and we break below 17.9, we're going to see 15.8K.
Oof, that's what I'm looking for, though. I've been trying to hit up that 15K for a while, and that's my true
dry powder at
vindication
the moment.
point.
So is that like a good?
Yo, holy shit. By the way, did you know $20 Solana literally happened this fucking morning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you've been talking about that for a while. So let's put it this way, Tyson. It's at 24 right now. Do you think it's time anyways? Or do you think we should wait for 20 again? I mean, it happened.
It wicked to exactly 20 on my chart.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mano. That means it's heading back there. In my experience, that means it's heading back there.
It's
for
a pretty solid support.
If it breaks below 17.9, I think we're going to get $15 Solana. So,
all right, relax. We're just trying to get to 20, all right? Why are you talking about 15 already?
we already got 15. Plus, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a large amount of fucking Solana locked up in DeFi protocols with a liquidation at 20 and from $21 to $19.
Did someone get liquidated
gets
just then, like this morning?
If that gets liquidated, it probably will push the price down to like 17 to 15.
And that's when it's time to get back in Solana? Go ahead,
I'm not going to buy Solana at 20. Sorry, Tyson. I believe in you, and I hope it goes well for you. But me personally, I'm not going to, because this is, to me, Solana is like reminiscent of like what Chainlink once was, and that was like the parabolic the coin that defined a bull run. And Solana was definitely one of those, if not the coin for this period, for this past bull run. And the way it's acting right now, and after you just said that there's a lot of liquidations at around 20, I kind of just see this kind of panning out, kind of like Link did when it broke its RV kind of barrier. So. And Link is out. Okay. Fuck knows what.
$7.
Right so,
$7.
It's a very good counterpoint. It's a very good counterpoint. Keep going. Yeah.
I think, and with this whole Sam thing going on, you know, I know, and I'm scared, but I hope it goes well for you, and I hope I'm wrong and you're right. You're right about this.
I will say though, 15 is a pretty good area to buy. Like honestly, the reason that
for Solana.
Yeah.
The reason I like Solana, right, is because it seems to me to be like one of the easiest plays for the next cycle. Because if you buy at 15 to 20, right, I feel like it's almost a guarantee that Solana is going to hit its previous all-time high, which is about 250-ish. So that right there is like an easy 10x.
Yeah, but have we seen the worst of
for
the bear,
Solana?
Tyson?
Yeah, for
I think
Solana.
there's still pain to come.
Is this because BNB existed ages and ages ago and it ripped this run? Is that part of the thinking behind it?
I think we should stop talking about. Okay,
I just feel like Solana's established itself as a front runner, and with the amount of like literally, it just announced a fucking a Google
announcement. Oh god, that takes me back.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, this is.
I think it's honestly too
fail?
big to. In a way, yeah. I just feel like it's a really easy 10x at this point. You know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that confidence. And then I'm going to hold steadfast. I said this for the last 4 or 5 months. Bitcoin's going to 15K. It's almost on its way there. I swear I was saying that when it was still up in the 30s and 40s. So it's going
I have
to 15K.
some comments.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
If Bitcoin breaks 16.2K, it drops to 14K. Fuck, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. It drops to 14K. And I have a lot of reasons for this. So 14K, for one, is a very strong region on the Fibonacci if you use it from 2017 to 2018, 19, whatever. That's a big region. And the same fib that gives you that number also gives you the absolute top and all of the major pivots in this run as well. So there's that. And the other thing is that looking at BTC/WMTNS, basically adjusted for inflation, Bitcoin right now is basically at the peak, like the wick peak of like June 2019 on that bounce. It's either that or it's the bounce before the final drop down back in January of 2018. Yeah. So
okay,
yeah,
I remember that one. Yeah.
Either way, those are very, very strong pivots and levels. So if this region right here breaks, then on the WM2NS, the next pivot is the what's the equivalent of 14K when you actually like look at?
Probably a lot of people jumping from roofs of buildings. That makes sense. I think.
Yeah, imagine the smell.
Yeah, nice retort.
So just to be clear, you're talking about November 2018. I could definitely see what's going on right now being kind of reminiscent of that. I do see that.
November of what, sorry?
November 2018.
That was the crash from 6K to 3K.
Yeah, which I think is one of, and you said pivotal moments. I think that was one of the biggest moments in, like, defining moments in Bitcoin's
No.
price
Sorry,
history.
I wasn't talking about that crash.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Well, I think I'm right still. So
I do think what you're saying has credence as well, though. But I was mainly talking about July 2019. That one. The top before the COVID crash.
Oh, okay. You're saying
but
that.
the level you're talking about also applies here as well. The equivalent of that level is. Do you want it pre 6K or post 6K?
Oh, I'm just interested in post 6K, really.
It's over, guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I keep saying 15K, but I don't doubt that it is possible that if a nuke, like a giga nuke happens, it could wick all the way down to like fucking 13, maybe 12K.
Would you buy more?
Oh my god!
And like,
yeah, I'd buy a whole fat one.
Retarded, not go all in at that point. And like, here's some quick like retard math, right?
Okay, thanks, Tyson. I'm glad you broke it down for me. Thanks, man.
Math you've done.
No, here's some quick retard math. So the top of 2018 or 2017 was 20K, as we all know, right? And that crashed all the way down and formed the final bottom at 3K. So if we extend that kind of proportions to here. So the top for this cycle was 60K, 64K. So it's approximately 3x of the last cycle. So what if the bottom for this cycle is 3x of last cycle as well, which would be about 10 to 11K?
I'm all on board for something like that. I could totally see that.
Well, you've been calling for like
I don't see a floor in anything
for a long fucking time.
I've been a giga bear. Yeah. Well, I wasn't back in the day, but Tyson was still talking about it. So he was a truth seer. I'm just his acolyte. So I'm very impressed with how we're figuring these things out. So maybe it is time to get in and be ready to drop. But I mean, if you're you're not going to be able to time your entry perfectly on the upcoming bottom. But
yeah,
you'll know it when you see it. I feel like, and it's not right now. It's definitely not right now. So, wow. All right. Does anyone have anything else financially related to go over? Because I think everyone was waiting for this because we talked about a lot of bullshit the past 4 weeks, and now we're doing some actual financially related things. Go ahead, Tyson.
Real quick, guys, follow my fucking Twitter. Okay, I've been smashed this recent uptrend where the alts popped up for like a little bit. I fucking smashed out like 3-4 calls that went out perfectly. My BNB call, my fucking Matic call, and my Bitcoin call as well. There's some good.
There was one that you nailed.
PYR,
this Matic one on November 3rd. I did see a PYR
that one guy
one
in school.
Yeah, but when you tweeted about Matic, you nailed it really well. So people should have got in on that. For sure.
I heard. Apparently, the girl said,
anyway, guys, in about 2 minutes, the first polls close for the midterm elections. So.
Yeah, how about that? Dude, I will say, the one guy in Pennsylvania, John Fetterman, is ridiculous. He just is a fat, ugly, bald guy who wears a hoodie and has a weird tumor-like growth on the back of his neck, and he had a stroke recently, so when he talks, it just sounds like jumbled sentences. He's like a blue-collar Biden or something. I don't know what it is, but he's running against Oz, who is a reality TV host / doctor, and he's an awful candidate as well. Yeah.
He's running? What the fuck?
Yeah. He's running as a Republican, even though he's not from Pennsylvania. And, I mean, he's better than Fetterman. I don't see how you couldn't be, because Fetterman is quite literally vegetable certified brain dead right now. When you hear him talk, he's like, and that's why we need to go down the street. And he just starts saying numbers and saying like anagrams of sentence structures. It's unbelievable that this guy's still around, and he's just got this big like hunchback fat neck growth, and all the articles are pointing out what is on the back of his neck. It looks ridiculous. So if you guys are interested, go look up John Fetterman. Go ahead.
You know who always made me laugh during the 2016 election? It was fucking John Kasich, because every time the camera would pan to him, when he'd be in public, he'd be like fucking chowing down, eating something in a really disgusting manner.
Oh my gosh! People were so excited about that guy because he's just like, oh, I'm the friendly, toeing the line, but in reality, he's just a prick. That's crazy. You remember him? He faded out really fast.
Yeah.
He faded out super fast. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but this is they all are, because we're just a super polarized nation, but this is a pretty contentious midterm election. I'm interested. Well, I'm interested to see if the right takes the Senate, because they're definitely going to take the House, because, well, that's just how the pendulum works, blue Democrat president means in his midterms the red will sweep, and then it happened for Trump in the other direction. But again, the biggest sweep I ever saw in my entire life was the red wave during Obama's election. That was insane. That was the Tea Party, but that ended up being a bunch of Marco Rubio fuckers who never really ended up doing anything with all their power anyways. But anyways, DeSantis will take over as God Emperor of the country, and I will care. If he tells me to go kill people, I'll go kill people. So, whatever.
God. Yeah. No, in Minecraft. Ring, right? In Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. If he tells me to kill people in League of Legends or something, I'll just go do that. He'll be like, go play that game and kill people in it. So,
but what do you made Pokemon
to the balls?
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Pokemon Go to the capital.
Oh my gosh.
You really got him there, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Almost 40 episodes in, and he's still saying the same things he was saying on the first episode of this podcast.
Yeah, and you know what? What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name? What's his name?
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
A cool...
dude, like, for real, on some real shit, like, mineral water tastes so good. Like, not mineral, spring water. That stuff's good, man.
Dude, wait till you guys come to New Zealand.
I'll show you how we really play.
Like.
I'll show you how we got down.
No, I want some spring water, like the.
Have you guys ever had
with, like waterfall, and you can just like sip that shit straight from.
I was gonna say, so you guys have had fresh mountain water?
Yeah,
that's so good.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I have too, but probably not the same as yours. Yours is probably a lot better.
Yours is like Nestle. It's like Nestle
with the blood of children.
I slop that stuff just like Tyson did.
Dude, I fucking found myself having to stop saying at work because they wouldn't understand what it means.
What's that?
What? That's not a fucking trigger word.
I think it kind of is. So I don't know. You guys are really pulling through some winners on the back end here. You're all showing your maturity.
Speaking of back ends.
Again, you're just keeping the circle going. If you want to say that you're not part of the problem, you got to stop being the problem.
Be the solution.
So you're everything at once.
All right, let's move on to something else.
I have to pull the emergency ripcord and go into my Tyson's goodie bag and just say, what I saw here was. Before the episode, Tyson gave me a list of things you wanted to talk about, and one of them was I want to go to prison. So why don't you expand on that one?
Okay, so I've been told I'm like a retard for expressing this opinion, but I think it would be extremely Kino if I hit 8 figures eventually sometime in the future. And after I do that, after I have my degen YOLO period of just partying and stuff, I...
for what crime?
For what crime?
Why are you going to prison? I would like to know.
Actually, holds Mike closer.
Here's some lore for my background, right? But I was actually born in Singapore, and in Singapore, you have to go to the army when you're 18 years old as a guy. I lived in New Zealand, so I just dodged the draft. So if I go back anytime into Singapore, I will be put in jail for 6 months.
Is this for real? This is so funny, dude. I'm dying.
So that's it.
It's such a Tyson thing as well.
It really is. And then they'll be like, wait, you don't even have a driver's license. Sorry.
You know, you just imagine him, like, he makes it in, like, they don't take any notice, and then he's, like, driving, and then he gets pulled over, and they look him up, and he's like, wait, what the fuck? There's so much wrong here.
Yeah, seriously, they'll just do one quick peek of his rap sheet, and then on top of that, they'll find this podcast as well. So I think he'll be in trouble if he ever goes back there. So why don't you, instead of doing that, go the more ascetic route? Maybe just become a sort. I mean, you're Asian, so you have all that dumb Eastern philosophy, believe in oneself bullshit. Go do some like dumb monk stuff. There's probably a program for that where you go and pretend you found enlightenment, but you're really just like a degenerate, self-loving dog because you can't accept Western scripture. Just do something like that because you don't have to drink and you can just be a monk for 6 months. Go do that,
but
right? You don't have to go to jail.
But with prison, it's like...
No, also, Tyson also wants to experience gay sex.
Does the Bible not qualify? Does the Bible not qualify as Eastern scripture?
I know. I was thinking that as I was saying that, but that's all right. I mean, I feel like Islam is more Eastern.
Fuck consistency, right?
Yeah, but I feel like Europe and America are Western. That's Western religion, Christianity. I think you're really needling into it, and you know what I'm saying, but you're just arguing semantics because you're annoying. Yes. So yeah, you know exactly what I mean.
Actually, hold on a second. Was it?
Yeah, big Shapiro moment right there. So sorry, Tyson. I really don't see this as being anything other than you want a boyfriend in jail.
No, trust me. Gay sex does not happen in Singapore prison.
That's what they want you. That's what they want you to believe.
No, wouldn't you? I believe you, Tyson.
Yeah. So where does it happen?
Plus, if I did go to prison after making it, it'd be like a cool story to tell my kids.
There are other stories you could tell your kids, but you probably don't want to.
Yeah. So all right. So go. All right. So all right. Good luck in prison.
I'll move it along, guys. I know another topic you want to talk about. Twitter, Elon Musk. There's a lot going down. You guys hear about how blue check marks are getting BTFO'd. So basically, for those who don't know, Elon Musk brought out Twitter. Twitter is a failing company through and through. It's not profitable. So to tackle this issue, he's
fired half the workforce.
Pitched a subscription service. Basically, for $8 a month, you too can be a blue check mark. And of course, the blue check marks are now seething. It's funny because the leftists
brackets, and that's a good thing.
Yes, whatever. In the last few years, who they've been talking about like how Twitter is a private company and they can do whatever they want. Free speech is blah blah blah. It's exempt from quote unquote free speech. Blah 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 blah. These guys are all seething now. They're like, oh, now you can have free speech for $8 a month. Like, hold on a second. Your thing was that it's a private company and free speech is it doesn't apply to private companies, and it's just great all around to see blue check marks getting destroyed. And so I'm going to be a blue check mark sometime soon. And
you should, yeah.
And I am as valuable as AOC, H3H3.
He's banned.
Yeah, didn't he say something silly?
Joe Biden, real Donald Trump.
So Elon said you from this point on you can't impersonate other people, and the H3, being like the comedic genius that he is, renamed his account to Elon Musk, and then he got banned. So,
which was very stupid, but also this it's $20, it's $8. I'm firing half the staff. Never mind. Can the staff please come back? Elon tried every which way to get out of this purchase, and they held him to it at a very poor share price. He doesn't want to be in control of this company. It's too late. He's going to run it to the ground. He's probably going to get bored of it.
Nope.
Go ahead.
I actually
Is this some master plan shit?
I'm holding out for hope here. I think there's something good in the works here. He's going to,
one more day,
he
guys.
hasn't done an altruistic. He hasn't done an altruistic thing in his life. What good thing do you think is the end of the rainbow? He hasn't done a good fucking thing in his life. And don't say that stupid shit about Ukraine and Starlink. I don't fucking care. He's not a genuinely good person. I think he wants to be liked by people. He wants to be seen as a cool, fun guy, and buying Twitter is his vessel for that. And he's pushing it as far as he can, even though he didn't want to finish the deal. He got all the attention he wanted from even pretending to buy it, but then he actually had to buy it, and now he's floundering.
It's funny.
It's annoying to watch. I'm getting perturbed.
Listen. Twitter
You're right,
cannot die. It cannot die for one. Listen, you don't realize. See, here's the thing. Fucking. People want to be like, if Twitter dies, it's a net benefit for the world. No, it's not. Some other fucking worse person's someone much, much worse than Elon Musk is going to come along and just take over that mantle with another probably much worse social media with far less rights. That's probably far more ingrained in some kind of government or whatever. Probably some Chinese social media or something. You don't want that to happen. Just the lesser evil is the way to go. And then he'll more than likely speed up the
Can I say get on Twitter?
What fuck?
Nate.
Which one is that? Would you like to say it out loud right now? Interesting. Maybe. I'm not sure. So, do you have anything else there to add, before you were pleasantly derailed by this guy who occasionally comes on this podcast every 5 weeks?
Our regular guest on the podcast.
Thank you guys for listening in. I appreciate it every week, and I like your comments as well. I guess the last thing I'll say is, on last week's Halloween episode, someone left a comment about my dream, and he's talking about how it gave him overwhelming depression, and I just wanted to say to that guy, to you, because you're probably listening, I felt the same way as well, and I think you and I
should form a parasocial relationship.
No, I think there might be something more to it, and I was actually perplexed and interested by your comment because I don't often come across people who have had such a similar experience. There was this one place on a forum that will not be named where there was this one time one person posted this one thread, and there were a few people in there who I could relate to, and we could all relate to each other. It was weird. That was the only other time. This was the only other time. So that was cool. Thank you for the comment.
Oh, that's good. I really appreciate that. So I'm just going to wrap it up here with a final comment. I am kind of on the same...
some protection.
Yes. I am kind of on your team. I do think that there's more to Twitter than it just being a private platform. It is the... I guess it would be modern soapbox for everyone to communicate on. And maybe we'll see that unfettered free speech isn't a good thing.
That's not very libertarian of you.
Mega companies are... Mega governments are independent. No, sorry. Mega corporations are independent governments.
Mm-hmm.
In their own respect.
They're still beholden to fucking individual legislations.
Stop with the no.
Yeah, I'm literally fucking BTFOing you, and you're just refusing to.
No, you're not. They have more. Google has far more influence than fucking Biden does.
Well, Google can't invade Ukraine.
Absolutely.
Who gives a shit? Yes, they can. They could digitally fuck over Ukraine. Like, I guarantee you.
Yeah, Google could quite easily.
Google could quite. They could quite easily like destroy an entire nation just by fucking their internet.
You're more right. Well, you might know this already. Google played a pivotal role in the overthrowing of maybe you know his name in Egypt, Mubarak, I think his name was.
Yeah.
No idea.
Google basically organized the overthrowing of the I don't know if he's a dictator or what, but of Egypt.
They want those. Yeah, they're trying to get to those stargates.
Yes,
dude,
I like it.
It's really simple. Like, all Google has to do is push a particular opinion, a particular position, and launder that opinion throughout the public until they're fully psyoped, and then the public will push the politicians to enact that policy. They have far more power than the government. You know?
Yeah, and I
think.
Yeah, and I hate that argument because both sides are doing it right now. It's a private company. It's a private company. It's far more. It means far more than that culturally. But people can only think through legal paradigms because our brains are polarized.
The fact that
binary.
It's a private company and people are defending it for being a private company just shows how much.
I love you.
No. It shows how much of an issue it is because, like, wow, like they've got it's to the point where like they've got people just defending them just because of technicalities.
Yeah,
like that's only. But that's probably
like saying like, oh, the free market, you can't tell what corporations can do and all that.
It's like imagine if some I don't know. There's some like sovereign nation or whatever that's independent from everything, and they started developing nukes, and like at any given moment, they could just like ship them to America.
Is this Metal Gear Solid?
Yeah, like let's call it Shadow Moses Island, for example.
Okay, yeah, for example, like, just a random name.
Yeah, and it's like private. It's privately owned, and it's like. I guess what my point is, private entities can do lots of damage. Like, why is that so difficult to accept?
No, I do accept that.
It's not even just damage; it's influence. They're influential. They have an impact.
I do agree.
Yeah,
with that.
I do think to an extent that people should be allowed to be able to do whatever they want. Their own freedoms. Blah, 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 there, but like, there's a point where.
That's the difference between the Western governments and the CAD TCP, where they just fucking ring out any government, any company that like tries to toe the line and influence people too much.
You saw that quick clip of what TikTok is like in China as compared to
I saw that.
That was great. That was great. I love that.
That says a lot. And you know what's fucking annoying? The same leftists. And by the way, I just want to make clear to everyone, I'm quite apolitical. I'm quite neutral. Anyway, the same leftists like coming at Twitter for being privately owned and like Elon, all that. These are the same people who will quite happily like shit on the CCP, even though TikTok is like a privately owned thing as well. And they'll like they'll shit on TikTok. No, wait, fuck. What am I trying to say? They will say that TikTok is
okay. Let's
you know what I'm trying to say.
I like where you're going with it.
Yeah.
You got anything else going on there?
You know what I'll do? I like you, Moya, because like I get to drive the car, and then when I jump out of it, you can just take over the wheel.
Exactly, exactly. And I enjoy doing it because I realize I used to have to be like, okay. Instead, it's just, okay, did he scream yet? Did he yell yet? And then once you do, that's when I know to be like, very, very good. I'm very proud of you. Okay. Anyways,
I'm like DB Cooper.
the schizophrenic ranting DB Cooper, yeah, if in your own mind. I love it. I love it. All right, well, before
he didn't even take the money. Like he just dropped it on the ground and left.
Well, they did end up finding a lot of the money, so yeah, who knows what happened to him? But he's a good kid. And he's a good guy, so I hope he's doing well to this day.
I think the only good thing that Marvel has. Well, I think this is one thing that Marvel did.
I love Marvel.
I really, really enjoyed, and I thought, okay, that was actually cool. But in the Loki,
oh my god, I love
TV
Tom
show,
Hiddleston. Fuck,
they had Loki actually be DB Cooper, and they like.
I remember this. Yeah, I do remember that. That is funny.
I remember because they only reveal it afterwards. But like, I remember he was like on the plane doing all that stuff. I was like, wait a second, and then like he did it all, and I was like, wow, okay, that was fucking cool.
Yeah, they get some winners in every once in a while. They get some winners.
That was actually
as they would say at the south of the border, it's a wiener, Pedro. Like it's a winner. So, but sorry, only very few people understand what south of the border is, and that's a different time for a different episode. So I'm ready to cool things off here. I know we had a lot of speed bumps at the end there, but we gave you guys a good hour of actual financial market insight and advice. So that means for every hour we give you, that's 10 minutes. I give uncut and uncensored. So
yeah.
Got to go fast.
Yeah, gotta go fast. He's got to get back to his Sonic.
Out of left field. If we still got
all right,
time.
make it quick because I'm really hungry and I doesn't have much longer. So
okay, I think I'm coming around. I think I'm coming around to feet. Like,
oh my god! No, all right,
like,
that's what you're gonna do. That's what you're gonna do. It's an internet related fetish, and you're an internet related person, so I'm not surprised. What else? You know,
I just
what
can
else
see
you got?
why they'd be cute.
God.
Stop. Moving on, and we're gonna end this episode right here.
I'm not gonna bail him out of it. Just keep going, Tyson. It's great. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me more.
I've just been perusing a couple 2D women.
Oh my god.
And they look.
Stop.
Please stop. No, I'm going to take over. I'm taking the wheel, right?
Okay.
Jesus, no.
Hi, why don't you, like what I typically do, be like, all right, Adam, do you have any final words? Or Tyson, do you have, like, do that whole thing.
All right. All right.
Okay.
In the beginning,
Brap.
it all started with the cube.
Brap.
Okay. So, you've made it to the end, kind stranger. Thank you for reaching this far. We hope that you're in good health after listening up to this point. For your own well-being, we'll end it shortly. So, Tyson, do you have anything to say?
With the end of this podcast, a timeline has been severed.
All right.
With this character's foot fetish, this arc has been severed.
Please continue in the doom world you now
follow
created.
my Twitter and follow my Twitter for good calls and set your buy orders in for Solana between 15 and 20.
I want everyone in the audience to report Tyson's Twitter account. Okay, Adam, do you have anything else to say?
Well, US midterm elections are going on right now, and let me know what you think about it, because they're interesting, and, you know, it could pave the way for Blumph 2024.
Yes, and I think we will definitely get into that next week. I'm excited. So,
and
I shouldn't be saying anything.
Thank you guys for your support for the Halloween episode. It means a lot. Thank you guys.
Yeah, it was fun. That was my favorite episode to date. Absolutely.
And last but not least, Moya, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I was making a joke earlier when I said I was a libertarian. I'm basically a theocratic monarchist. So,
all right,
royalist.
So you're a libertarian. Tyson likes feet, so Tyson, feel free to step on Moya in exchange for sleeping with Moya's girlfriend.
There we go.
From me to you, yes, you. I'm talking to you, the one sitting on the toilet playing it out loud. To you in the shower right now, listening to us through your wireless speakers. To you, laid back on the couch watching us on your smart TV. And to you laying in your bed listening to us, and to you, that one person masturbating to my voice. Thank you.
What's your name?
Please leave a like, subscribe. Again, I'm going to say this again, but it helps us a lot if you go onto those podcast platforms, Spotify and Apple Podcast. You just search us up, the Pink Boys Podcast, with their same logo and everything. Rate us 5 stars. And I've got one more request, actually. Leave a comment, even those who lurk. I know there are a lot of lurkers in our YouTube comment section, or YouTube. Leave a comment, anything. Hi, discuss. I know, tell us what you liked, what you didn't like.
We're always open to criticism and constructive.
Shut up.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I don't want any of that.
We want to be better.
Yeah. No, we are better. We're the best. We don't need someone telling us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It's because we want YouTube to favor us in the algorithm.
Whoa! Don't show the man behind the curtain. All right, don't show the man behind.
It's obvious. We're not. Okay. No, listen. We're honorable and honest men, and people should know that. So
no, some of us lie about when they eat dinner, let alone being able to talk about a podcast.
That's very true. It's I am an honorable man. So for me, please, do all that stuff, and
all right.
I guess that's me. So, bye.